Listen up. What you're about to hear isn't advice. It is an order for your soul. You want to know why you're stuck? You want to know why you can't breathe in your own life? You want to know why you hit the alarm clock every day and it feels like a rematch with yesterday's failure? It's not your job. It's not your family. It's not the economy. It's the garbage you're carrying in your head. Your mind is cluttered with chaos. Your mind is contaminated with doubt. Your mind is running on programs that aren't even yours. Let's break down this mental mess, this contamination. What is this garbage? The voice that says you're not smart enough. That's your third grade teacher or a toxic partner from 5 years ago. The fear that tells you to play it safe. That's your comfortable but small society, programmed to keep you consuming and compliant. The self-doubt that whispers, you're going to fail. That is a lie you inherited from someone else's broken dreams. You are trying to drive a Formula One race car with the processing power of a broken calculator. It's slow, it's frustrating, it's impossible. You have the machine for greatness, but it's choked with junk files. You've been taught that to succeed, you must think harder. I'm here to tell you that to succeed, you must think less. Your brain is a supercomputer, but right now it's running on a contaminated operating system. You cannot achieve clarity running on noise. Emptying your mind is not some Zen meditation trick. It is an act of war. It is about identifying the enemy and surgically removing it from your internal landscape. You must clear the space. You must clear the excuses. You must clear the limitations that other people put on your life. Your problem is not that you can't do the work. Your problem is that you think too much about the wrong things. Let's look at your mental ledger. You spend hours thinking about what could go wrong instead of what will go right. You spend all day thinking about what they will think instead of what you want to accomplish. You spend all your energy thinking about why you can't instead of how you're going to make it happen. Think of your mind as an old house. It's full of heavy, dust-covered furniture, the regrets, the what-ifs, the ancient shame. You can barely move. You can't see the sunlight. You need to throw out the dead weight of your past failures. You need to dismantle the mental roadblocks blocking the path forward. If your head is full of junk, there is no room for greatness. You cannot pour success into a vessel already filled with trash. I know what a cluttered mind feels like. I was paralyzed by it. My head was a junkyard of negativity, regret, and other people's low expectations. I remember lying in bed at 300 pounds, knowing I had to change, but my mind was screaming, "You've failed every diet. Everyone will laugh at you. Stay safe. Stay small." But then I realized one thing that changed my life. Most of the thoughts in my head did not belong to me. They belonged to a ghost of my past. They belonged to a fearful version of myself. And I made a decision. I will empty this house. I will start fresh. This is not a one-time cleanup. This is daily mental hygiene. This is the practice of the mental check. The 3-step process to empty your mind. Step 1, recognize the intruder. The first step is awareness. You need to become the silent observer of your own thoughts. When a wave of self-doubt hits, you don't fight it. You simply label it. That is a thought of limitation. That is a voice of past fear. You are not your thoughts. You are the one listening to them. Step 2, become the bouncer. Now you take control. You are the bouncer at the door of your mind. Every thought must show ID. You ask, is this thought serving my goal? If the answer is no, if it's doubt, fear, comparison, or a past regret, you do not engage. You simply say, you do not belong here. You let it pass without attachment. You gotta be the bouncer at the door of your mind. You gotta check the ID of every single thought that tries to enter. You gotta ask, is this thought moving me toward my goals or away from them? Step 3, fill the space with intention. You cannot create a vacuum. If you only remove the bad thoughts, the negative thoughts will rush back in. You must immediately fill the space with intentional thought. Fill it with a clear vision of your goal. Fill it with an action plan. Fill it with gratitude for what you can control. If the thought doesn't serve your purpose, throw it out and lock the door. When you empty your mind of all the fear, all the doubt, and all the mental noise, what happens? You create space for vision. You create space for possibility. You create space for your own voice to finally be heard. Think about the difference between the cluttered mind and the clear mind in a high-pressure situation, like a Navy SEAL evolution. The cluttered mind thinks about the pain, the distance remaining, the possibility of failure, and the cold water. That mind quits. The empty mind focuses on the next breath. The empty mind focuses on the next step. The empty mind focuses only on the task at hand. That mind endures. The same principle applies to your business, your health, your relationship. Your life is not going to change until your thoughts change. Your path will not be clear until your mind is clear. When the mental fog is gone, you don't just see a few feet in front of you. You see for miles. You see opportunities. You see connections. You see the clear, straight shot to your goal. Most of the limitations you think you have are not facts. They are just thoughts you refuse to throw away. You are thinking 60,000 thoughts a day, and 95% of them are the same limiting garbage you had yesterday. You are stuck in a loop. Emptying your mind is the break button. Stop letting mental clutter run your life. Stop letting other people's voices drown out your own. Stop letting fear steal another day of your future. Your transformation begins with this decision. Your breakthrough starts with this commitment. The time to clean out the junk is now. The time to step into your power is now. The time to decide who you are going to be is now. Empty your mind of everything that doesn't serve your greatness. Empty your mind and finally hear what your real voice is saying. If this message of mental clarity and execution resonates with you, make sure you hit that follow or subscribe button. If you are serious about clearing the chaos and finding your purpose, you won't want to miss what comes next. Join the community focused on making their vision a reality. Your greatest life is waiting for you on the other side of mental clarity.